Why thinking in 10-year time frames reduces fear. For many, 10 years can feel very real, and that's exactly why it matters. Most fear doesn't come from lack of ability. It comes from compressed timelines. It comes from thinking, I should be further. I don't have time. I can't afford mistakes. 10-year thinking isn't about how much time you have. It's about removing artificial urgency. When you stretch your horizon, something changes internally. Panic decreases. Your breathing slows. Your decisions get cleaner. You stop reacting and you start building. And that shift changes everything. Here's what I've noticed. Fear thrives in short windows. 1 quarter, 1 year, 1 launch. When the timeline shrinks, setbacks feel permanent. Delays feel catastrophic. Slow progress feels like failure. But zoom out to 10 years. That mistake? Recoverable. That pivot? Normal. That slow season? Part of the process. When time expands, emotion contracts, and better decisions follow. Now think about compounding for a minute. Most people overestimate what they can do in a year and dramatically underestimate what they can build in a decade. Compounding is quiet at first. It doesn't look impressive. It doesn't feel dramatic. It doesn't get applause. That's why people abandon good strategies too early. A 10-year thinker asks a different question. Not, what do I need to prove this year? But what direction am I building toward? That one shift removes pressure, because now you're designing structure instead of chasing validation. Let me clarify something important here. When I say think in decades, I'm not saying you need a 10-year spreadsheet. Strategic plans operate in shorter cycles. You execute in 1-year windows, you position in 3-year windows, you build growth in 5-year windows. Those frameworks matter, but direction should outlive the plan. A 10-year direction anchors you emotionally. It keeps you from abandoning a 5-year strategy too early. You still execute daily, you still measure annually, you still adjust when needed, but you anchor your mindset long, because long horizons protect short-term discipline. And this becomes even more important if you're pivoting or rebuilding. When people enter a second chapter, the instinct is to rush, to make up time, to accelerate outcomes, to prove something. But rushing destroys compounding. You don't need intensity. You need consistency. 10-year direction allows you to say, I'm constructing, not scrambling. And that changes how you move. Calmer, cleaner, more strategic. Patience becomes your advantage. So here's the formula. Think in decades, act in days. Your direction stretches 10 years forward, but today, you execute. Today's discipline, today's standard, today's integrity. 10-year direction, daily action. That's calm power. So here's your challenge this week. Define your 10-year direction, not detailed goals direction. Who are you becoming? What are you building? What kind of life are you designing? Then ask yourself, if I truly gave this 10 years, what would I stop being afraid of? And finally, what small action today supports that direction? Fear shrinks when time expands. Urgency softens when perspective grows. Extraordinary success isn't built by people who rush. It's built by people who stay. Stay aligned, stay disciplined, stay patient, stretch your horizon, lower your panic, build something that compounds. And next episode, we're going to build on this in a powerful way. Because once you stretch your timeline, the next question becomes, how do you stay steady during the invisible phase? How do you build belief before there's evidence? We're going to talk about gratitude, not for what you already have, but for the future you haven't lived yet. Because patience is easier when belief is strong. I'll see you in episode 11.